これ、後ろの風景レバーショールだからね。本当にこうなってるんだよ。この色使い。奇妙だよね、本当に。この街にいる人たちは、こういう風に見えているという。もう手前の教会に行けるようになるんだよね。3日後から。羽橋が治って。まあまだ、2日目に入ったばっかりですから。2日目、0時17分。あれ ?0 時17分。いいんだね。はい。0時17分。勤務、キツラジ警部補から離れて、ちょっと本読んだりして、で、ちょっと解決したりして、なんだかんだやって、部屋に戻ってきたところです。さあ、何をあげればいいんでしょうかね。わかりませんよ、俺には。筋肉装置って、でも2って結構ある。ないのは暗示とかだ。白明ってなんだ。こんな人向け、神経質な警察官、質問より先に発砲する。ダメでしょう。サプライズが嫌いな人。白明は闘争、戦う方か。闘争反応だ。物事の雲行きを察知できるようになる。それは目に見えるほどの恐怖をあなたの心に植え付け、手遅れになる前に行動するよう促す。その正体は他人への恐怖であり、証人からすべての情報を絞り取らせる。そういう絞り取らせる攻撃性だ。白明が高レベルになると世界に対して極めて敏感になる。自分の影、誰かの名前、何かの匂い、そういったものに果てしない恐怖心を抱きながら、通りすがりのものに飛びかかり、力ずくで尋問する。一方で、白明のレベルが低いと生存本能に欠ける。生ぬるい手段でしか行使できないため、暴力を尊重する者からは尊敬されなくなる。こんなのあったんか知らなかったな。適当に上げてたよ。これね、百科事典さんの他でね、だいぶ助かってるんだけど。こんな人向け、アナリスト、徹底した合理主義者、もちろん論理学者。論理は事件を徹底的に分析することをあなたに呼びかける。証拠をつなぎ合わせ、証言の矛盾を見破り、思いがけない結論で人々の度肝を抜く。警察官になくてはならない能力だ。論理が高レベルになると、最も複雑な謎も解けるようになる。しかし、それで得意になり、お世辞に乗せられやすくもなる。 己の再起に目がくらんだ者は、重要な手がかりを見落としがちだ。論理のレベルが低いと、簡単な謎にも惑わされる。パズルのピースを見つけても、組み立てることは困難だ。なるほどね。高いね。ここはもう高いからね。演劇。ここら辺は習字学もね、高くしたいけどね。こんな人見り、イデオロギー辛抱者、話し上手、政治家志望。習字学は討論や知的談話、荒探しをすることを呼びかけ、なおかつそれらに勝つことを求める。論理を分解し、人が本当に言いたいことを理解できるようになり、虚偽に惑わされることもなくなる。あのウェイターが証言の中で言わなかったことは、あのダンサーがなぜあなたの注意をそらそうとしたのか。あのダブルミーニングは恋か、それとも思いがけない糸口を手に入れたのか。修士学が高レベルになると、あなたは頑固な信念を持った政治的野獣と化す。その考えは変わることがなく、岩のように頑固だ。一方で習字学のレベルが低いと、いかなる相手も論破するのに苦労する。証言の矛盾をつくことは不可能に近い。なるほどね。気力を維持する。内陸帝国さんね、結構役に立つんだよね。他もね、内陸帝国。こんな人向け、無双化、超常現象調査員、メンタルクリエイター。内陸帝国とは、ありのままの相違、感情、予感の源泉ではある。あなたは現実の目に見えない次元の手探りで包み、あなたは現実の目に見えない次元を手探りで包み、視認できないものへの洞察を得られるようになる。実際には何が起きているのか、不可解な謎は世界の運命にとって何を意味するのか。内陸帝国が高レベルになると無機物に生命が吹き込まれる。衣類と会話ができるようになり、それが捜査の行方を左右することもあるが、その前に精神病院送りにされる恐れもある。内陸帝国のレベルが低いと想像力も個性も持ち合わせなくなる。それで一体どうやって宇宙を形作るというのだ。こいつにしよう。はい。あれじゃった。寝ようか。
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
ベッドは冷たく、進んで寝転びたいとは思わないが、これは確かにあなたの寝床だ。寝床だってなんだ。寝床だ。シーツの状態がひどい。直せばいいだろうがよ。ベッドに潜り込む。もう1時過ぎてた
The
し。
sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags
風呂に入る。
as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
シーツの粗さと湿っぽさがいっぺんに肌に伝わる。体を預けたベッドがあなたの耳でたわみ、あなたはようやく目を閉じる。起きられるのかな。
Sleep. And then sleep doesn't come.
そして眠りは訪れない。でも俺は眠りたいんだ。
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
疑いようもなく、あなたはベッドに入って目を閉じている。しかし眠くなる兆しはない。なぜだ。
It's the bed's fault.
毛布をチェックする。
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing.
毛布はあなたのつま先をかろうじて覆い、その柔らかい腹の上に広げられている。これがあなたの体だ。暖かくなくて馴染みがあり、呼吸をしている。
Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
震えるまぶたの内側であなた様は色とりどりの光を見ます。このきらびやかなメリーゴーランドからはそう簡単には降りられないようです。枕をチェックする。
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly.
枕の中の合成繊維の詰め物がいくつもの硬い塊になって分離している。枕カバーは妙な匂いだ。寝返りを打つ。
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
少しはマシになる。しかし頭の中は様々な色や情景、中途半端なフレーズで遺伝散らかっている。あなたの一部は今でも事件を解決しようとしているのだろうか。誰があの男を殺した？一体誰が？
Something to do with. What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
キムは何と言ったっけ？組合に関係ある誰かだ。その考えは再び消え失せ、思考力が減速する脳波の狭間に飲まれていく。考えるのをやめ、眠りに落ちる。
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
あなたの呼吸が規制正しくなる。大いなる静寂があなたを包むが、しばらくすると眠りの中でまぶたが痙攣し、ある光景が形成し始める。お、これは初めてだぞ。あ、初めてじゃないか。あんま外見られないのよ。
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
お前は子供時代の匂いを覚えているか？なんだこれは。
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
ハリー？自分の名前か。今聞いた通りだよ、ハリー。質問に答えな。何も覚えていない。
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
お前の顔に触れたかみさんの手は覚えているか？誰の手だって？
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth?
彼女の太もも股の間、口の中のぬくもりを覚えているか？一体何なんだ？これは何なのか教えてくれ。お前が誰なのか教えてくれるまで質問に答えないぞ。
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone.
俺のことは知ってるはずだぞ。俺は最悪の日だ。お前が彼女に懇願し、その後お前は通りをさまよう。という日だ。人生最悪の日だよ。ハリー坊や。その日が近づいてる。 彼女はそれを電話で知らされる。
Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
現実がグロテスクな悪夢に変わる。それは、お前が彼女にする最後の仕打ちになる。教えてくれ。お前は塵を交わした愛する者を覚えてるのか？どっちなんだろう？捨てられたのかな？刑事って大体捨てられちゃうもんね。捨てられるっていうか、もう限界よっつって捨てられちゃう。
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick.
ひでえ
Watching
な。
her go. Let it all be dragged away from you.
そうだよ、ファンキーベイビー。お前はそこに突っ立ってただけでさ、片手に酒のボトル、もう片手に、ボコに入れちゃってな。そうやって彼女が出ていくのを見ていた。お前は全てを手放したんだ。
Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
教えろよ。お前の友達はどこに行っちまった？人間は誰にでも友達がいるってのによ。そんなことねえだろ。ハリーボーイ、お前の友達はどこにいる？全員取り戻せるってなんだ。無理だな。戻って起きてほしくない。
They were only cramping your descent into the abyss. Now they're gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. All of it. You failed. You failed me.
あいつらはお前が奈落の底に転げ落ちるのを邪魔していただけだ。そんな連中はもういない。3度去り、二度と戻ってこない。全員な。お前は裏切った。俺は裏切った。
You failed Elysium.
エリジウムを裏切ったんだ。エリジウムというのは、
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
すべてさ、シティ機ペイル、地表のイソラガン、外装自治権、燃えるような凄まじい真実。8000年に及ぶ人類の歴史。
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
お前はどうしようもなくしくじったんだ、ハリー。46億人の人間の期待をことごとく裏切った。何もかもぶち壊しにしたな。お前を見たことがある。
No, you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you.
いいや、話したことはない。お前は寝言を言ってるだけだ。そうして、お前はその行動から我に返りつつあり、周囲のミラーボールの光の点も消えていく。
You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed.
古代爬虫類脳さんが話し始めましたね、今度ね。お前はすぐに冷たい 蛇の皮の中に戻り、ベッド汗濡らすだろう。
Stinky boy.
変円形が喋り始めました。汗臭い坊やだな。俺は立ち上がれる。
You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours.
ハイコンタクティビテ
And
ィ。
acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
おい、聞いて。立ち上がる子ないぜ。お前はその高伝導状態でのたうち回り、いろんなものにぶつかりまくって、ピエロみたいに振る舞うんだぞ。何を夢見てやがる。俺はこの事件を解決しようとしてるんだ。
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
古代爬虫類の何をしようとしてるって聞こえねえぜ。こいつはもはやただ寝言だな。ごちゃ混ぜのガラクタだ。映像は消え去り、ベッドが起き上がってお前を迎えに来る。半覚醒状態だ。ベルベットというよりはガラスの破片のせいで頭の中がズキズキと痛む。
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
変形。何かがおかしい。睡眠はこんなにも体に悪いもんか。こんなに乾燥して、こんなに需要がねえとは。お前の思考に何か問題がある。ある種の新しいタイプの二日酔いか。バカな。別のタイプの二日酔いがあるのか。
Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
ソードのパーティーボーイ。しかもこの前よりも重い。お前が目にしたクソみたいな光景を思い出せ。ここにも来るぞ。今すぐにでも。音のないアラームがお前の頭の中で規則的に鳴り響き、眠れやしない。そら、服を着よ、ハリー。
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
クソ工場に出勤する時間だ。あ、起きた。もう全開してんじゃん。なんだかんだで全開してんじゃん。強いな。またタフな一日が待ってるんだろうけど。
Good going, buddy.
気分はどうだ、相棒。電気科学。なんてこった、今のは何なんだ。
Just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
ないってただの夢さ。ああいう夢はしょっちゅう見てるだろうが、昨日の夜よりもさらに気分が悪くなってるだろう。俺に一体何が起こってる？
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
それはどうしてそんなに疲れてるのかって意味か。俺も、頭も、 回らねえほどに疲れ切って気分が落ちてる原因か。不安だよな。そんなんじゃ調査なんて無理だ。刑事は頭が回らなきゃ話にならねえ。どうして俺はこんなに疲れてる？いや、そういう意味じゃない。俺は絶好調だ。
That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
不正字になっちゃった。痩せ我慢はよしな。てめえの心臓はもう全身から何かを排出しちまったんだぜ、坊主。そろそろ補給する時間なんだ。
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
今のお前はノーというには弱すぎる。心身ともに目覚める時が一番弱いんだ。起きていればそのうち誘惑を跳ね抜けることもできるだろうが。待て、ってなんだ。
Speed is a potent central
Speed.
nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor?
スピードは強力な中枢神経興奮剤だ。ひどい二日酔いにもかかわらず、丸一日活動できたのはそいつのおかげだぜ。それ以外にこの部屋の床から起き上がれた理由があると思うか？
It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
そいつが力の源なんだ。プロ意識の源なんだよ。スピードはお前を若返らせ、操作のための意欲をみなじらせる。世界相手に戦ってやろうっていう意欲をな。スピードをもっと手に入れれば、調査こそ我が人生なり。大丈夫だ。俺は離脱調査に耐えられる。スピード探しをするつもりはない。どうなんだろうね。もっと手に入れてみるか。
Of course. Martinez is speed central. You just gotta poke around. Follow your nose.
当たり前だ。マルティネーズはスピードの中心地だ。てめえの鼻を頼りにあちこち探ってみるだけでいいんだぜ。
You and Speed will be happy again. You will make her come home. This time, it will be different.
運動向上薬を手に入れる。て、家具。そうしらてめえと、〇〇はまだ幸せに暮らせる。彼女も家に帰ってくる。今度こそやり直せるんだ。ちょっと、どこにあるんだろう。どうせもう起きてんだよ、君は。
The door is closed. Still no answer.
お金落ちてないかな。お金落ちてないかな。お金落ちてないや。よし。換金しに行くぞ。あ、組合の連中だ。なんかキムが話したがってる。暗くもないのにライトをずっと持ってる人。ああ、そこにいたのかな。Good morning。あなたを見てうなず
Looks like we
く。
can get two at once. The Union Messel turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
どうやらすぐに仕事を始められそうだ。組合の男たちが現れた。キムが組合専用ブースの入り口を指す。見たところ粗暴な連中らしい。 彼らと話をしなくては。なんであいつらと話す必要がある？
Everything points to the dock workers union. The tracks in the mud, the circumstances in Martinez, my preliminary information.
何もかもは港湾労働者組合の関与の示しているからだ。泥の上に残された足跡、マルティネズ情勢、僕の自前の情報。
Which may, of course, all be wrong. But we still need to talk to them, and it won't be easy.
これらは当然事実と異なる可能性もある。それでも彼らに聞き込みをしなくては、決して簡単な話ではないが。粗暴というと？
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the union. These men here.
制御困難って意味だ。マルティネズの住民が我々を歓迎しているとは言えない。彼は我々よりも組合を、つまりここにいる男たちによって取り締まられていることを好んでいる。
Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them.
朝食にビールを飲むような男たちがそうなのか。組合の取り締まりを担当するハーディーボーイズという武闘派がいるって噂だが、それはあの男たちのことなんだろう。あれは連中ガルテが話していた連中かな。あれが昨日ガルテが話してた連
I
中かな。
completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
完全に失念していた。キムは手錠を開く。すまない、寝不足でね。そう、見た目から言って彼らのことだ。やかましくて柄が悪い。店長の言ってた通りだ。
One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
かなり数が多いな。造営を呼んだ方がいいんじゃないか。
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union.
それは町の緊張を高めるだけだ。警部の許可も下りないだろう。殺人事件の一つを解決した結果、RCM と港湾労働者組合が対立してしまっては元も子もない。
In fact, even the death of two detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
それに刑事が2人死んだところで両者の全面戦争が起こったりしないと思う。だからあくまで冷静にこう。いいな。始めよう。
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
その前にもう一点だけ。キムは再び組合専用ブースを見る。今すぐに彼らと話さないわけじゃない。話さなきゃならないわけじゃない。そのまま通り過ぎて中断していたことを再開してもいい。
But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
しかし、彼らは殺人についてどんなコメントをするか興味はない
They're
か。
in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
彼らはすぐに帰る気配はない。ここを自分たちの店だと考えてるらしい。とにかく判断は君に任せる。僕はどちらでも構わない。どっか行くか。向こう側が透きで見えるほど薄くスライスされたトマト。相当な切れ味だ。
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
これは立派な鍋はたくさんある
He
な。
smiles and bangs his ladle against each. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
ところでこの国ではレバショール語が使われているんだ。レバショール人の国家意識を発揮する。
Speak Revacholian?
これは外国人だから
We
な。
speak Suren. There is no such thing as the Revacholian language. But don't worry, your message remains clear.
最低だな、これ。彼らが話してるのは、シュレース語だ。レバショール語なんてものは存在しない。ティムはため息をつく。でも大丈夫だ。君の言わんとすることは理解できたよ。
The cook is still smoking, ash falling from between his fingers. His hands are large and clean.
かわいそう。コックは相変わらずタバコを吸っており、指の間から灰が落ちる。彼の手は大きく、清潔だ。
Good thing he didn't understand a word of your stupidity.
君のバカ話が彼に伝わらなくてよかった。君は、諦め、締めくくる。用事は済んだと思う。その調子で頑張れよ。多分分かってんだろ。なんとなく。
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
労働者たちの背後に天井までの高さの大きな窓がある。その向こう側で角張った指のような三差しの枝々が窓ガラスに接触している。
You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time for a hedge like that to form.
お前の目に映るのは2本、あるいは3本の三差しからなる植え込み。およそ50年ほどの年月をかけて成長したものだろう。あの生垣を形成するにはそれだけの時間がかかる。目を細めてよく見る。
The panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
窓の上部にスライド式の小さな換気窓がある。すでに季節が春になったとはいえ、それを開ける者はいない。まだ外気の温度はかなり低いからだ。
One can't see into the union box from the yard outside. That hawthorn is too thick.
窓の外の裏庭からは、組合専用ブースを覗き見ることはできない。三差しの生垣が厚く茂っているためだ。まだ早い。非常に低い 3%。視線を戻す。
Let me handle this.
私に任せて、彼女はあなたと向き合う前に食堂の個室に集まった男たちに言う。
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
どうも迷子の刑事さん。彼女は冷たく微笑む。今もまだ自分の居場所はわからない。念のため教えておくと、ここはマルティネーズ。あんたたちにとって長いは危険な街だよ。
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
この娘の人格は完全に表変しております。今ではまるで氷のように冷たい。 やっぱり庭師じゃなかったんだな。
That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
そうさ、私は庭師じゃない。港湾労働者組合の顧問弁護士さ。彼女は腕組みをす
So
る。
let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
それじゃあ本題に入ろう。あんたはタイタス・ハーディを探している。タイタス・ハーディって誰だ？捜査に役に立つ情報を彼から聞き出せると考えてね。だったら試してみな。彼女は親指で自分の右手にいる男を指
That's
す。
Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
あれはタイタスだよ。以下のことを肝に銘じて話しな。私があんたを見張ってる強引なやり方も公務執行もなし。マルティネーズ地区においてあんたらの逮捕権の行使は認めない。
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
君に認められなくとも結構だ。必要があれば逮捕させてもらう。
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
彼女は何も言わず代わりにきつい眼光で応じる。どうして君はそんなに攻撃的なんだ？
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
攻撃的？暴力を働くことで飯を食ってる連中がよく言うよ。ここにいる彼らはただの港湾労働者だ。
Just dock workers? Do dock workers spy on the police? We'll let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
ただの港湾労働者が警察官を監視したりするかな。あの時あえて見逃したが、次はそうはいかないよ、お嬢さん。
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
よく聞きな。国際倫理機関の飼い犬。あんたはレバショールの不法な民営化を進めるボート集団の一員だ。オクシデントの20人の豚どもがこの町を奪おうとしている。で、あんたはそいつらのボディーガードをしている。
Fuck yeah.
よく言った。背が高く肩幅の広い男は総動員してビールの一口を飲む。
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
どこで聞いた話か知らないが間違ってる。RCM は彼らの操り人形じゃないし、強力な組織だ。君たち社会主義者と違って。
Get sober. Do your job. Ask your questions and get the hell out of Martinez.
俺が話したのは君でタイタスじゃなかったら。
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. What you want is of no What are we going to do to you? The Union isn't going to do anything to you.
Goddamn right it is.
If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. But we digress.
This is where you say your bit.
自警団を尋問しろ。どんな意見でも安寧するぜ。肩幅の広い男がビール缶を持つ手であなたを指す。警部補、キムが鋭い調子であなたに合図を送る。ここはあなたに任せるということらしい。まだ何も言わない。
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
おいこれ、マヌチェ。てめえは耳が聞こえねえのか。ボスがてめえに話しかけてんだよ。
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
あのようなあざきりに心を目指されてはなりません。この者たちは低俗な農民に過ぎないのです。貧民に過ぎないのです。男たちの罵声はあまりにも空虚すぎて、あなたの耳には届かない。あなたは顎を持ち上げ、高貴な王子のように遠くを見つめる。
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
なんだこの野郎、ふざけやがって。ハイになってんのか。その小柄な男は信じられないといった顔で仲間を見る。
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
おい、ケツの穴戻ってこいよ。聞こえてねえのか。
We are looking for Titus Hardy.
我々タイタス・ハーディを探している。入り口に立っている体格のいい男にキムが視線を送る。まず第一に、あんたの態度について話し合いたい。
Wow. The RCM sent us some big dick cops.
わお。RCM は、大したデカ。刑事たちをよこしたもんだな。
Real big dick cops. Look at them.
ディックコップスって言っちゃっ
Swinging
て
in the
た。
wind.
デカマラ刑事だ。見ろよ。見境なくブラブラと風に揺れてるぜ。
Yeah, look at the big dick on that cop. Can't tell a dick that big what
ガ
could
キ
do.
かよ、こいつ。チンコ好きだな。でかすぎて何に使うのか想像がつか
Must
ね
be
え。
something in the water in Jamrock.
ジャムロックに秘密があるんだろうな。彼は駆け込んだ顔で。
Yeah, gave him real nice big dicks.
男の一物が巨大化しちまう。秘密がな。
Yeah. Anyways.
まあ、まあ、そんな話は置いとくが、タイタスが悪ふざけを終わらせる。
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
まずは人数を数えろ。裏庭で確認した足跡と彼らを結びつける作業だ。おそらく一致する。男たちの人数と特徴を見分する。
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine.
あなたから右側のとこから始める。ブーツのサイズは44。ブロンド。30代。威圧感があり、極めて男性的。
Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet.
その左側に左側か。その左側に座る男、標準的なワークブーツ。サイズは45から46。この中で最高齢で、年齢はおそらく50代半ば。喫煙者で無職じゃない。無口。
Across, at the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Sarah Mauritian, in his late 30s, early 40s.
その向かいのテーブルの男、靴底に秒を打ったワークブーツ。サイズは43。ギャングのタトゥーがあり、メスク人かサラミリザ人。30代後半から40代前半。
He spent his youth in Villa Labos, a housing project in the Jamrock quarter. They were
なんでそんなことわかる？
hard to say what else. The ink is fading.
彼は少年時代をジャムロック地区の公営住宅地、ビラロボスで過ごしている。複数回の投獄歴あり、他に特筆すべき点はないが、タトゥーは色あせている。
And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick, wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips, rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40.
そしてこの男、つま先をスチールで補強した標準的なワークブーツ。サイズは46、大男、肩幅は広く、腰は引き締まっている。ラグビーキャップ、指なし手袋、それから無数の傷跡が特徴、40代手前。
The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain.
彼のベストにはローウィンクラブというエンブレムがあり、その下の小さなワッペンに T. ハーディキャプテンと書かれている。
In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
一番端、つま先をスチールで補強した標準的なワークブーツ。サイズは44。年齢は40代。手にはノンアルコールビールの飲み物。目を細める。あそこにあるのはギターピックか。どこにある？
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important.
彼の食い物だが忘れてくれ。どうでもいいことだった。
Let's call this one the musician.
ではこのものを音楽家と呼びましょう。
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man, with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing.
サイズは41。身のこなしは軽い。かといって子供ではなく、ネズミ顔の中年男だ。性格の悪そうな潤んだ目をしており、前歯が2本抜けている。
In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46. Deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He, alone, is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
苦しそうな補強をしている中年の男。巨漢で、ブーツのサイズは46。傷が多数。おそらく、被害者を運んだのは彼だろう。体重は130キロあり、アーマーを着込んだ男を担げば、220キロは優に超えると思われる。
In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
この7名が事件現場にいた役者たちだ。 あの足跡は彼らのものだが、一つだけ矛盾がある。一人欠けている。変わったクス族はいない。
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
マジか。ご明察。お前が黙って立っていた今の時間は約4秒。この質問で彼らを揺すぶってみろ。8人目のメンバーはどこにいる？
Fuck is with you, fella?
裏庭で吊るされてるあの男だが、あんたがやったのか。
So, you're not just here to swing your big dick. You're here for the pretty boy. A real looker, that one. Stinks like shit, too.
ならお前さんはデカなんとかをお店に来た時じゃないのか。あのハンサムの件で来たんだな。あいつはマジに美男子だったぜ。タイタスは首を横に振る。しかもクソみてえに匂うとしてる。
They couldn't get him down, boss. He's still up there, stinking up the place.
こいつら未だに木から下ろせねえんだぜ、ボス。今もあそこでプンプンにおって大気汚染してやがる。小柄な男がいやらしい笑みを浮かべる。
Funny, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
面白いな。キムがニコリともせずに言う。だが相棒と僕はその件を真剣に話し合うためにここに来た。なぜあんたらの足跡が現場中に残されている？
You mean these boots?
このブーツの足跡か。そう言ってタイタスは片足を持ち上げる。サイズは46。つま先がスチールで補強されている。
We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck.
俺たちは全員一足ずつ持ってる。彼は目を細める。あのハンサム野郎を裏庭へ連れて行き、首を吊ったあの夜に全員が履いていたからだ。
Yeah.
自白したな。
Together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene.
そう、俺たちが釣ったのさ。彼はあなたの目をじっと見据える。一緒に俺たち全員で、あの野郎が死ぬまで、現場が足跡だらけになったのはそれが理由だ。なるほど。あんたが殺したと認めるんだ。やったぞ、試合終了だ。俺たちは犯人を見つけたんだ。
No, you don't. What you have is 7 honest men who thought it forthcoming to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
いいえ、あなたが見つけたのは何が起こったかの包みかかさず話そうと考えた7人の正直者たちよ。これ以上あなたの時間を無駄にせずに済むようにね。
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
全員で7人で一緒に彼らは罪の濃度を人数で薄めている。逮捕されることを見越しての戦略だ。どうやって彼を殺した？
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
完全に動かなくなるまで首をつってやった。見てわかったろ、おまわり。警察学校で何も治らんかったのがクソバカ野郎。
This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
天使が住んでいればこういう時に役に立ったんだが、今のお前の知識たちで渡り合うしかない。もっと詳しく聞かせてくれ。殺す時に彼の口を覆ったか、あの夜に悲鳴を聞いたという情報はまだない。
Titus, you don't have to clarify anything.
タイタス、こいつらには何も明確に話してやる必要はない
We
よ。
overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady.
俺たちは奴を締め上げ、気絶した体をあの木の下まで引きずっていき、首に縄をかけて吊るした。奴が息絶えて動かなくなるまでな。
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks.
それがあのまま放置してカモメやウジ虫や小柄な男があなたを指している。てめえらの餌にしてやったのさ。
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
まずは彼らに少し揺さぶりをかけて、それから話の辻褄が合うかどうか見てみよう。いや、傭兵を一体どうやって締め上げたんだ。
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here.
こっちは数で勝ってるんだよ。ケツの穴。考えりゃわかるだろう。大切は隣にいる女を見ている。お前の言った通りだな、エリザベス。こんな説明はもうたくさんだ。
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
いや、まだ説明が足りない。締め上げたと言ったが、場所はどこでやったんだ。
Right fucking here. The fucker pranced in here like he owns the place. Got what was coming to him.
動機が弱いな。弱すぎるよ。まさしくこの場所だ。彼は周囲を見る。奴はまるで自分の店のようにふんぞり返って歩いていきやがった。死んでざまあ見やがれた。
Like what, Copper?
例えばなんだお前り。彼はそんな風に殺して両親の呵責はないのか。
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
お前さんは今まで何人椅子に座らせた。そいつらに両親の呵責を感じたことはあったか。
Shares electrique is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
彼の言う椅子とは連合占領下のレバ勝利における直径電気椅子のことだ。宗主国によるかつての統治時代は銃殺刑だった。
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
それから20年でも一生でも罪人を罪人を腐り果てるまでレユニオンにぶち込んだ時には感じたか。彼がそれが死よりもむごいことであるかのような声で言う。レユニオンってのはなん
The
だ。
River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
エスペランス湖畔でいいのかな。特別強制施設。連合が管理する軍事刑務所だ。きつそうだな。死ぬよりきつそうだな。収容者たちからはレユニオンという通称で呼ばれている。由来は不明。 確かに奴らは悪人、犯罪者だった。この世のクズたちさ。正直言うとあまりにも叫びたりなもんで、刑務所に送った連中のことなんて覚えてない。
Doesn't remember them. He just forgets. Are you hearing this?
覚えてないだとよ。ネズミ顔の男が叫ぶ。両親の呵責とか忘れちまうらしいぜ。聞いてるかよ、タイタス。
Ain't no use keeping a stiff catalog in your head. That's for sure.
逮捕者のカタログを几帳面に覚えとくなんざ確かに無意味だな。彼はそう認めて手の甲を口で拭う。あの夜、男を連れと指示を出したのは誰だ？
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys.
あんた耳が悪いのかい？この中から一人だけ生贄にしようったって、そうはいかないよ。誰か一人を逮捕したいなら、ハーディーボーイズ全員を逮捕することだね。
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
彼女は首を傾けると、かすかな笑みがその唇を通り過ぎる。そんなことができると思ってる。全員をしょっぴくなんてねえと、あんたに可能かしら。
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
目くらましのための質問だ。この女に主導権を握らせてはならんぞ。その必要はない。一人の首謀者が必ずいるはずだ。いや、だが本気で知りたい。お前たちの中に決定権を持ってるのは誰なんだ？
Who do you fucking think does?
その声はどっちをはらんでいる？むしろ面白がっている。面白がっているように聞こえる。一番気の弱そうなやつ誰だ？一番気の弱そうなやつは。こいつにしよう。ヒゲの男に一礼する。ギャングは大抵、年を重ねて、尊敬を集める者は束ねている。囚人のジレンマだ。その老人は迷惑そうな席を一つして、ポケットから出し、タバコを取り出す。
Theo's a great guy, but come on. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys, genius.
でも水泳男だ。とにかく水泳が少し考えてみる。コートが両手を広げるハーディーボーイズを知ってのは大切ハーディーで。あ、言っちゃったじゃん。だからハーディーボーイズって言うんだろう。この低能は。
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
そうね、運営上の違いは多少あるけれど、エリザベスはタイタスに厳しい視線を送る。でも、あの夜は全員で一人の人間として行動したんだ。ちょっとよくわかんないね。これ聞いたっけ？なんかちょっとわかんなくなってきた。あの夜、男を連れと指示を出したの誰だ？
There will be no sing. Do you think you?
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
俺言ったね。目くらましの質問だ。エリザベスに迫る。その必要はない。一人の首謀者は必ずいるはず
That's for the
だ。
courts in Le Jardin to decide, not for the officer making an arrest, which we all know you won't be.
それはジャルダンの法廷が決めることであって、逮捕するだけの警官が決めることじゃないんだよ。それくらいここにいる誰もが分かってる。
What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No, no. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
いやいや、キムは穏やかに我々は帰らない。あの晩に起こったことを全て話してもらうまではね。この首吊り事件が発生したのはいつだ？
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
こいつの質問にいちいち答えるんじゃないよ。
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
分かってるさ、エリザベス。
Seemed like a good way to end the week.
彼はビールを一口飲む。先週の日曜の夜だ。一週間を締めくくるには最高のアイデアだと思ってな。被害者との付き合いは長かったのか。
Own him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
付き合いだと俺たちじゃあんなクズとの付き合いはねえんだよ。ケツの穴野郎。
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
俺たちを誰だと思ってある。
Quiet. I came around about 3 weeks
何回ケツの穴って言えばいいんだよ、ほんとよ。
Happy?
もう。うるせえぞ、タイタスがグレの方にある。奴は3週間前か、そこらに来た。パインズのお牛が初めてこの町に、停泊したところだ。これで満足か。
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
パインズのお牛というのは、ワイルドパインズだ。目牛か。ワイルドパインズ社の代理人であるジョイス・メシエのことか。キムが手帳を確認するふりをする。君たちがストライキを起こして相手の。
I mean
違う
the
の
Pines cow. The stupid ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And stepped out of line in my town. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Kohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Cause one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNA's goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all!
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNE's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle, doesn't even fall down.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
It's almost an anthropological site. watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an eighth Hardy Boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this eighth Hardy sooner or later. The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears. Numerous empty wine bottles glisten in the rain. Someone partied really, really hard here.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. Yes, this looks pretty advanced, all right. For now, let's just move on.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. This is the file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you. The drawer slides shut smoothly. The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet? Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power, crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. ultra-liberal. They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind? Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man? Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Entrapment is a practice whereby an officer of the law induces a person to commit a criminal offense that the person would have otherwise been unlikely to commit, usually through some trickery, persuasion, or fraud.
Then what's your deal here?
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration. Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Nope, don't smoke. Some of the other drivers do, though. There's still a few around, waiting for the jam to disperse. Or waiting for the sweet release of death.
Yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You left the ask around elsewhere.
You could also check the kiosk down the street. Frit. With 3 T's. Revachol's weird.
The tracks are as they have ever been. A bit more worn, perhaps. Fortunately, the street sweeper still hasn't noticed their presence.
That's plausible. A similar reckless abandon seems to be in evidence. I'm not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here on the roundabout, I would keep them separate.
You could follow the track south. There seems to be a canal there. See where they went, if you find the time.
You are correct. This is a rather motor carriage-friendly city.
Somehow that makes you feel scared. You don't know why.
Does Kuno care? Kuno...
This orange machine is dead still. Turning the crank feels oddly... It's all gone now. What better to assuage the creeping sense of you slip your fingers under the frozen. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand.
Equip the pry bar by go...
This orange machine is dead still. It has...
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? Very good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom die. Here's the cursed die you ordered.
The phrases read, God is indifferent. Take all. Lose all. 50-50. Nothing happens. And pale.
It's a die. Try rolling it.
You throw the ball on the floor, and it ends with one of the phrases facing upwards. God is indifferent.
Good. Now roll again, detective.
It lands on exactly the same result. God is indifferent. It declares again.
It's a sphere pretending to be a 6-sided die. Each row will end with one of the phrases facing up. The die originates in Ilmara, where it was used for cleromancy. Except I've weighted the die. When you try rolling it, you realize that each time it gets you exactly the same result. God is indifferent. This is our curse.
It's even worse than she says. God is dead. We live in a forsaken age.
Sorry, I don't have another one ready. You were the one who asked for a curse die. Good luck, officer. More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet. You could say so. Both houses were built at the same time and under the East Delta Commerce Center project. That explains why you can call the whirling from the intercom, albeit I doubt that anyone responds.
If the whirling is part of the same building, then it's part of the Dune commercial area. The darkness of this place is there, too.
Right, it used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, fluorography, trick track, especially pinball.
Agreed. Pinball is the worst.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years. Are you sure it was Slipstream SEA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore. Tricentennial Electrics? It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
No, it was something else. It was eerie. It was too real to be just a prank. Either we're dealing with a professional actress, or...
Pranks can be eerie. Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity. Why would Slipstream SCA have a 100-year-old recording as their doorbell message? Doesn't make any sense. I'm still convinced it was nothing more than some elaborate prank.
My money is on electrical anomaly. I've heard of these, especially in an old building like this.
Sure, I'm listening. Oh boy, the fabled Revo Show ICT. You're in for a treat here. The place was owned by two guys who had some rather innovative ideas about marketing. The bear was one of them. Now ask me about their other ideas.
Indeed, what were the other ideas?
There was really just one, and it involved picking out the prettiest girls in the neighborhood and paying them 20 cents per hour to man the booth. And by man the booth, I mean slump behind the counter with a face that could maim you if you ever dared to disturb their bored magazine browsing.
Fritter does the same thing.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends loitering near the shop. At least that's what happened with Ravashow ICT. And they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile apex predator. To make matters worse, the fridge didn't work too well either, and half the ice cream came out malformed and partially melted. Eventually, Ravashow ICT lost the price war to its rival, Class A 5000. Class A 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents a piece, out of regular fridges. You did what? Ugh, of course they left it plugged in. Even in death, the bear is costing them money. The taxidermist who made it said it was his vision beast. He said he met his vision beast while high on desiccants. He called it Megatherion.
Sounds cool.
Megatherion. a mega wild beast. It's an imaginary beast that guides you through life. By telling you to do more drugs, mostly.
Maybe this wise and noble beast can guide you toward those amphetamines you've been craving.
I don't, officer. You should stay away from drugs and vision beasts. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire. Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? I've been here for a long time. Fortress Accident, the radio game studio. They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
That's understandable. Fantasies are serious things. The mind is the drawing board of history.
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules. The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time. Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
She sounds almost mocking when she says that.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to produce something truly historic, and to show up to work on time.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
Still, not everyone is going to make it. That's the nature of the game.
The result is 1 on a 20-sided die. The dice is black and filled with little silvery flakes, like snowfall.
Anything else? It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemiteps Boxing Club, a community project created to steer at-risk youth away from drugs and crime. Kuno. Who's Kuno? Oh yes, you mean the kid with the sailor's mouth. Yes, I've heard him yelling profanities in the backyard. I think it would take more than a gym to help that kid. A kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back. It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in Martinez even worse. At some point, someone started a rumor that the punching bag downstairs was full of amphetamines.
You should have known it. It's not really full of that. No one would store their drugs like that.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went bankrupt. This was a few years ago. It's gotten much more peaceful around the plaza ever since. Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something similar. They weren't a big hit around here. Turns out that working class men don't like genderless haircuts. They're scared of that word.
A bit of experimenting every now and then isn't bad.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet. Oh, this one's a mess. There used to be a company that promised to repair windows 24 hours a day. What could go wrong with this one, right? Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an illicit group that was producing snuff medias. Who would have guessed?
What's the snuff milieu?
And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own. It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
Nothing changes in her tone as she says that, as if it's just another piece of information to lay out for the world. What does she mean to get off on it?
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed sub-roses. This isn't our problem.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. You mean Mr. Fabron, the taxidermist? No, he mostly just did drugs.
But what drugs exactly?
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Eventually, they caused him to lose control of his bladder. The smell was awful.
Even you can probably do better than that.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came. The atelier produced a certain collection that used chitin among the materials. Apparently chitin is made in the Occident, where it's extracted from beetle wings. And you know how all kinds of political movements are big in the Occident. The activists shut down the biggest chitin supplier, which of course caused the price to skyrocket. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in chitin from then on. The atelier went bankrupt before they could finish the collection. At least it had some spark to it. Most young designers just combine lace with leather and call it original.
As she shifts around, you notice several dead flies on the windowsill in front of her. Legs up. They're not moving.
Anything else? They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money. Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashkor or wherever he is. The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds of new business plans and can't wait to get started on them just as soon as he returns.
Men like that are a curse.
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Not much use now, I guess.
They were just props. Why return them?
Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Aside from getting naked, you're not sure what else to do. The building holds no more answers for you. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. The throbbing in your head increases with every passing moment you gaze at this shelf. Suddenly, as if out of nowhere, a small green book becomes apparent. The title of it reads, Medicinal Purposes of the Pearl. The book contains very little explanation on the matter. This knowledge seems to be taken for granted. The book contains descriptions of various pseudoscientific therapies, alternative medicines, and folk remedies involving the pearl, also known as le territoire. For example, it recommends vigorously swatting one's naked body with a venik, or hand broom, made from the leafy twigs of a young birch tree from the near pearl. It is, and good for the circulation too. It also recommends consuming distilled spirits like vodka or whiskey that have been aged in the pearl. Readers are instructed to cover these jars in a shallow hole just inside the pearl and leave them there for 30 to 60 days, depending on the potency desired. Among other benefits, it is alleged to restore a damaged liver to perfect health. That seems improbable. For general health and well-being, readers are encouraged to take regular strolls through the Pale, though a sidebar cautions readers to limit each stroll to less than an hour. These strolls promise to cleanse the mind of worries and the body of toxins, especially if the perambulator performs this ritual in the nude. Nudity figures prominently in a number of these prescriptions. This is exactly what you need. There's an entire section devoted to cures for men who are struggling to perform their marital obligations.
Excuse me, sir. I believe you've been perusing that particular volume long enough. If you'd like to continue reading, I must insist you buy it. Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. I can't have you end up, like, opening a Indeed. Something about that book does seem to have spoken to you. Well, I hope it contains what you're looking for.
This bookstore is not strictly about amidst these three things. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice. It serves platitude, wholeness, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself. The book features, there's even a chapter on that. This is just mundane garbage. What?
I can't have you end up, like, opening a...
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
Hi, Ace Detective.
Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working-class woman.
If she's such a working-class woman, why isn't she working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working-class woman needs something to read. It is. I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
What with? My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time. No. Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
It's got to be something else then. Why else would you be asking her if it wasn't?
My husband? I don't know.
Where is this going, officer?
Yes, but no. Why are we still talking about this?
It's got to be something else then. Why else would you be asking her if it wasn't?
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now. My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them. Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
Okay, it must be asked then. What are you doing here? Why are you pursuing this? Is it a hunch? Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking. Another comrade. Years of labor are pressing down on her shoulders. She deserves a hug for all the work she's done for mankind. You step in and close your arms around this foreign body, wandering astray in touch. There's a small movement beneath your hands as you shut your eyes. Then a tiny voice breaks out and asks,
What is happening?
She seems to be confused. Your hands are wrapped around her polyester coat. The fabric feels cold, moist from the sea nearby. The situation is oddly intimate. Your cheek is pressed against her shoulder. Her hand is trapped between your chest. 5 seconds pass, and their passing seems so unimaginably long. Then she coughs and says again,
What are you doing, officer?
less talk, more feeling. Keep your eyes closed. Soak in the closeness. See what the feeling entails. The feeling continues. Warm and comfy on the cold shoreline. You hear a question rising to the surface, trying to break the sensation. So tell me, how does it feel to be close to someone, skin to skin? I wonder how long it has been since you last hugged someone. No, you don't. And it's better that way. Nothing. Don't come back here. Oh my God. Why are you calling me? Stop calling me. Are you drunk again?
Officer, what are you doing? You had the strangest what? It's okay. We all feel out of sorts at times. There you go, officer.
Today, the makeshift consolations, the shared cigarette, the masculine jokes. Today, the embrace before hurting.
Good. Is there anything else I can help you with?
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading. There. Working class drunk. You know what this means, right? Cracked it. All in a good day's work. What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is. Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing though? There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go.
God damn it, I already told you. My husband isn't missing. Very well then. Where is he? Excuse me? I don't follow. Right, 'cause working class women come with alcoholic husbands. You know what?
Remember, about that what, never ever say what.
You were right. I do have an alcoholic husband. Although not that one. No, he's not. Or maybe he is, I don't know. He's probably in the park or in Shamrock somewhere, drinking with his friends. I haven't seen him for... Well, to hell with him.
I wouldn't be so sure. Man, just to be completely clear.
Report what? He's just out drinking with his friends. I'm sure the police has better things to do than to chase down local goofballs.
She sighs, but you can detect a slight hint of gratitude and relief from her face.
All right, go ahead. Do you have any questions? Honestly, not that different from you. Oh, thank God, no. It hasn't come down to this yet. Well, he's slightly chubby. What else? He was wearing a dark brown leather jacket with a bright blue inner lining. The lining is hand-sewn. I made it myself. It's his cool jacket. God knows it's too cold to run around in this, but he refuses to change. I even tried throwing it away once, but he just dug it out of the bin. Can you believe it? Well, what can you do? I hope that at least that extra lining helps him keep warm at night. I wouldn't like him to catch cold. Yesterday morning, he went to the library. He went to retrieve my book, and he promised he'd walk straight back home. Because we talked about this. We talked about not wandering off again. I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do with his addiction. Just makes me feel weak.
Gone for around 36 hours then. Damn, this is a missing persons case. She turns away from you in an attempt to recover.
So you are going to look for him? Thank you. Please do. Even though I'm sure he will return home by himself. I'm still sure of that.
I'm sure he will too. When he does, would you let Precinct 57, Kim Kitsuragi, know?
I will, of course, officer. As I said, it's probably nothing. I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so...
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
Wonderful. The story is open.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to a book about cockatoos. There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title. Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have... Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have... Turns out that there are so...
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
this amidst the point, it's a whole, when it's the book, there's even this is just mundane garbage.
I can't have you end up, like, opening...
A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved. You wait for the storekeeper to be distracted. When she's not looking, you haul the tome of cockatoos into your pocket. It's quite a challenge, but eventually, the guide to the cockatoos. The crumpled Samaran butter billboard still soaks in the canal, marked by tire tracks. Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast. The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to...
Any theories about what happened here? What kind of car do you think it was? That's quite likely, from what I can tell. Oh. I suppose that narrows it down somewhat. Fortunately, we are not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
Somewhere in the depths of your alcohol-addled soul, you find a few threads that you can weave into a story.
The tip-top tourney champion?
The lieutenant patiently listens to the words coming from your mouth.
Jumping canals at night? If I was Jacob Irv, I wouldn't drive in Martinez. The roads are awful. In conclusion, it's a colorful theory, but I don't believe Jacob Irv did this. Should we go? If we must.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white.
Fuck does Kuno care? Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin. Don't be yanking your shit in front of the Kuno. Kuno's always serious, always rolling. Big kilo, but you ain't getting any. Get the fuck off.
Belying the act, he's actually telling the truth. Or at least 0.00001% of it. He has a little speed. He's just not giving it to you. He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow.
Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs. Fuck no, pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the popo. Not doing the pork pen for your sad speed habit. You don't know Kuno.
Belying the act, he's actually telling the truth. He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow.
The fuck about it? You're testing. Get lost. Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? That's just some shit, Roof.
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
you talking about? Kuno doesn't know what handed gimps they...
Trying to get you to talk gimp, Kuno. Don't talk.
The fucking well! The fuck are you talking about? Ask me a normal question, pig!
They're trying to make you feel stupid, Kuno.
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't...
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because it's nice and orderly, well-laid pallets, it reveals no secrets at this time.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah, the kingdom of... That's just...
There it is. That strange feeling again.
Inner eye! Fuck are you talking about? Ask me...
They're trying to make you...
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes, you should go back there.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin. Fuck no, pig. Kuno ain't dealing to the...
Belying the act. He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You...
Kuno doesn't...
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. This door has been no reply.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet.
I'm waiting for the right words. Yeah?
Let's be realistic. What are you going to do? Throw her off the balcony?
You heard your partner, Piggy. I'm unstoppable. Ooh. Not only have you found my address, it doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
It doesn't have to.
The inspiration will come to her.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you...
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see. Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
失礼。あれだ俺。女はコートの生地をもう一度軽く叩いてみせる。私にできることはあなたの質問に答えることぐらい。雨の暇つぶしにはおしゃべりが一番。環状交差点で運転手たちと話してきたぞ。
On the contrary, officer. There are yet camioneers you have not talked to. And don't look so surprised. In a time like this, it would be strange if Wild Pines didn't have eyes on the harbor.
いや、嘘じゃないさ。それは嘘ね、捜査官。女は微笑む。あなたは話を聞いていないトラック運転手がまだいる。それにそんなに驚くことではないでしょう。こんな状況でワイルドパインズが港に密偵の一人配置しないと考える方がどうかしている。
They must have someone in an overlook position near the gates.
まあ、あの男だろうな。きっと人を雇って見晴らしのいい場所に配置しているんだ。ゲートの近くと見て間違いないだろう。
I suggest you go back and canvass for more suspects.
マジか、これスイッチ、あれしてたか。ミュートにしてたか。申し訳ない。 まあ俺の声なんかない方がいいかもしれないけどね。あーちゃしねえよ。二日目って何ができるんだろうな。まあ、行きゃいけるんだけど、証拠がな。証拠がないのですよ。いけるんだけどね。大元にね。
Your munching has ruined my concentration.
お前がくちゃくちゃ食ってて集中できん。環状交差点の近くにあるフェリペ三世の像を見た。
Yes, King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
ああ、相場にまたがるフェリペ三世のことか。かつてのレバショルの名残だ。
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
そうだな。楽しい思い出を追体験するかのように彼は微笑む。国庫からにしてまで放蕩し尽くしたハーブ中毒の暴君に振り回された時代だろ
う。A superpower, feared and respected.
A
testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
誰からもそれられ尊敬される超大国だった。統治のすべてを知る真の王がもたらした恩恵だ。真の王はどのように統治すればいいんだ。
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
断固たる態度で、ひ弱で、意志薄弱な、なんだこれ。何意味？機民を傷つけることを厭わぬ決意で、反乱分子とはそれを理解できなかった。リーダーってのは自分よりもまず国民を大事にすべきだと思うが、この国に必要なやるべきことをためらわずにやれる強力なリーダーだ。
Revachol would be a different place if more people realized that. We could still be there.
もっと多くの者がそのことに気づき、レバショールは生まれ変わる。彼は胸を優しくさせる。わしらは今でも。
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
その足はもういいだろう。過ぎたことは過ぎたことだ。彼の声に疲れを感じる。このやりとりを何度もしてきたのだろう。
The Carabiner does't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
カラビエリは返事をしない。しかし全身から揺るがぬ意志を感じ取る。この話をしよう。ルネ、あんたの警備ブースを見つけたぞ。
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
ああ、港湾労働者組合のために夜景をしている。彼はうなずく。言っておくが、政治的なつながりはない。
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
私のような老いぼれは数時間寝れば十分だからな。それに金がちょっと厳しい。彼はため息まじにつぶやく。殺人事件が起こったよ。あなたは何かを見たはずだ。警備ブースが裏庭に面している。
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
ああ、確かに。彼はうなずく。だが、あいにくその晩は働いてなかった。先週の月曜日が2週間の休みをもらっておる。なんで休んでるんだ。まあいいや。よくねえか。までなんで休んでる
It's
ん
a
だ。
private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
個人的な問題だ。彼は威厳たっぷりに答える。お前の捜査には関係ない。
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
刑事さん、ルネは自分が病気だということを認めたがらないんだ。医者にかかるくらいなら、自ら死を選ぶようなやつだ。自力で治したがる男の中の男ってやつさ。
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
わしは何ともない。余計なことを言うな。彼は声を上げ、思わず拳を握りしめる。どうってことない。コーヒーを控えればいいだけのことだ。その夜は誰が当番だった？
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
誰もしておらん。先週の月曜日から無人だ。彼は急に老け込んだかのように疲れた顔をしている。他の警備員はおらん。わしだけだ。
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
先週の月曜日が誰もコンテナ置き場を警備していないのですか？
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
彼はうなずき、ためらいがちに続ける。別に問題ではない。その...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
刑事さんたち。相方を与える。本当はコンテナ置き場に警備員なんていらないのさ。今まで一人もいなかったんだ。クレアさんがルネのためにブースを特別に作ったんだよ。飾りのようなもんだ。もうそういうこと言うなよ、こう。聞こえる隣でよ。いてもいなくてもいいってことだ。
Possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
そうだ。そこに誰がいるかもしれないと思わせるだけでも防犯効果がある。彼は反論しようとする。
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
イブラートがルネのために仕事を作ってやったんだ。PTSD、心的外傷後ステルス障害持ちがカラビニエリの名誉年金だけでは生きていけないからな。イブラート曰く、勲章を授与された女王のしもべは、空き置き拾いをするのは地域のイメージには良くないそうだ。イブラートは分かってる。下の連中の面倒を見て、みんなで仲良く働く。最高じゃないか。うん。 そのような従属関係は男をさらに弱くするだけだ。何事も死ぬ覚悟でやるしかない。中途半端は無駄だ。
It's not charity. Not to me.
事前ではない。私にとってはな。老兵の顔が苦しそうに歪む。反論したいようだが、言葉が見つからないらしい。ようやく目に光が灯り、彼は口を開く。
Up there, I give it all I got. I earned my keep. But you're right, officer. There is no middle ground. It's do or die.
私は全力を尽くして食いぶちを稼いでおる。彼は警備ブースに目を向け、ため息をつく。だがお前の言う通りだ。中途半端はダメだ。死ぬ覚悟でやるしかない。そこで写真を見た。あんたが写ってた。あの女は誰だ？
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
彼の顔がこわばり、冷たい表情に変わる。あれは誰でもない。お前には関係ないことだ。個人的なことは RCM に教えるつもりはない。
The lady is Jean-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
彼女の名前はジャンヌ・マリー・ボリュー。ガストンは柔らかい声で言う。誰でもないことはないさ。そうか、ありがとう。
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
ああ、今言ったように、彼はまた話を持ち出す。どうせ起きてるからな。ついでに警備をしてるときだ。感覚を鈍らせないためにも。
Still, all you see is an old soldier refusing to replace his uniform with a civilian attire.
相変わらず目の前にいるのは制服を兵服に変えようとしない老兵だ。
Anything else I can assist you with, officer? We still have a game to finish.
くぼみの中で遊んでんのか。
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
地震でも起きたのか。
No. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
これ聞いたな。
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your... Fine. What do you want now, then?
ものすごい雪だな、今日は。あんまりくつろぐんじゃねえぞ。まあ今日はこんなところですな。
The tear machine stands in the corner. A
瓶
sign
を入れ
says,
よ
"One, your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a."
う。まあ今日はこんなところで終わりにしたいと思います。ありがとうございました。